Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas heading to Guatemala today. He is set to meet with his counterparts in the Guatemalan government to discuss the two countries' shared priorities. This, as Ohio Governor Mike DeWine announcing he's going to send 14 state troopers to aid efforts at the southern border. I want to bring in Arizona Congressman and House Judiciary Committee member Andy Biggs. Congressman, good morning. The numbers that we're seeing, in particular with regards to arrests of criminals at the border, those numbers are rising at an alarming rate. Why is this continuing?
Well, it's continuing because there is no change in policy from the Biden administration. They are effectively running an open border. There are things they could do to slow this thing down almost immediately. But Secretary Mayorkas has not done anything. Vice President Harris, when she went down there, she did nothing. They are not dealing with the immediate problem, and that's at the border, and you close it up, whether it's building the fence, reinstating remaining Mexico policy, and the Northern Triangle states, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras, those agreements that we had with them. I mean, these are important things that gave us operational control under the Trump administration that this administration has said we're not going to do any longer, whether it's Title 42, et cetera. I mean, all of these policies were taken away, and you get what your policies promote. And our policies promote an open border right now. Not ours, but I mean the Democrats in this administration's.
What is your prediction on Title 42? Because we had Tom Homan on the show just a few minutes ago, and he said he thinks it's there. He thinks it's happening.
Well, I agree with him. I think that they're going to take down Title 42. And Title 42, for folks don't know, that allowed the Border Patrol agents to turn away people due to health concerns. And those health concerns have not gone away, but the Biden administration weakened that considerably, and now they're talking about removing it altogether, and I think they're going to do that. And that together with the remaining Mexico policy going away, is part of the reason that we have basically 6,000 people coming in that we're apprehending every day coming into our country illegally.
Yeah, the criminal element. Steve Forbes, get in here.
Congressman, in terms of the open border, do you think the fact that people like Governor DeWine in Ohio and others, Governor Abbott, are taking action themselves will truly make this a national issue? The Biden administration seems to think, other than some border towns, the rest of the country is not going to notice.
Well, I think it will certainly elevate it. Yeah, I think it will elevate the spotlight on the border crisis. But right now, the left-stream media is not even covering this really, so people aren't feeling it. But I will tell you that as criminality keeps going up, as the violence in our communities keep going up, as opioids keep coming across the border, and they're pouring across right now, it will be impactful through the whole country, and that's going to make this a national problem. Which I think we're already there, but until the media starts covering it, it's going to be a problem.
Well, I think a lot of, I have to say that, obviously we're talking about it here, but I will say there are other, media groups that are starting to kind of pick up on this. I think it's starting to get out there more. I will say this, though, at least that when it comes to crime, that's the one story that is not being focused on enough. I want to move to that now because, and this is incredible, you've got these stores in California that are ramping up security efforts amid a rise in retail crime. You had Target, they had to adjust their hours in San Francisco. Some locations now closing at like 5 p.m. You had Walgreens completely closing some locations, telling their security guards not to engage with shoplifters. You had Chicago with their deadliest and most violent weekend this year. 99 people shot, Congressman. We're talking about it. Nobody else seems to be, and it's getting worse. Why is the president not doing more to address this issue?
Well, again, I think it's because the Democrat Party is gone so far and been so radicalized to the left. I mean, this is part and parcel of the defund police movement for sure. All these are these horrific shootings and the increase in violent crime is happening in Democrat-controlled cities, including cities that have supposedly incredible gun control laws. But it isn't just the defund police movement. You have prosecutors who are not charging, prosecutors who are not prosecuting cases, and all of that kind of fits into this mantra of sanctuary cities. You've got people being let out early who are violent criminals. You have illegal aliens due to sanctuary laws are being let out. all of that produces an increase in violent crime. I mean, incentives work. We don't have deterrence in some of these cities right now. And so that's why you see the retailers, they're in a real tough shape, because if their security engages and somebody gets hurt, there's going to be a lawsuit that shuts them down, bad publicity, all those things that they are concerned about. At the same time, they're getting ripped off.
Yeah, Patrice, you mentioned that earlier, or it might have been Steve, but that, you know, these companies don't want the bad press. They don't want to be, you know, they're worried about the activists on social media. I mean, plus the fact that, you know, you commit a crime, just go out and do it again. And the criminals know this, Patrice. That's what kills me here, is that the criminals know they're not going to face consequences. That's why it's getting worse.
Well, they've been emboldened because of that. They know that they'll get a slap on the wrist if anything. But Congressman Biggs, I noticed that you sent a letter to your colleagues on the subcommittee on crime and homeland security, asking for a discussion about this rise in crime. And from what I understand, they're focused more on domestic terrorism. So where are the priorities for Congress right now when it comes to crime?
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, I think, if you take a look at last weekend, it makes anything that they think is domestic terrorism pale. I mean, you have more violence every weekend from just generic crime in these cities that are run by my Democrat colleagues. But so we've asked for these hearings. We just can't get them to move. They're the ones that control Congress right now, so they control the hearings. And we're asking for those hearings, and we're trying to elevate this into a national issue because we think it is a national issue. But they're focused instead on white nationalism and domestic terrorism.
99 shootings in Chicago. Unbelievable. Congressman Andy Biggs. Congressman, thank you for being here.
Thank you.